Albert kikinindi kama intiano. Mano kene gimakwai.
Usilale.
Albert nyathina kikinindi.
Usilale Albert.
Kikinindi nyathina.
On July 2nd, 2025, Kenya stood still. At Rejoice Baptist Church in Nairobi, a sea of mourners gathered to bid farewell to Albert Ojwang, a young man whose life was cut short in the most tragic way at the hands of police.
Sijui nitafanya nini.
Albert nyathini where malate.
His death has ignited a firestorm of grief and anger as Kenyans demand justice in a nation weary of police brutality under President William Ruto's administration.
To all those family, our family is sending our condolences to you. We are in solidarity with you. And we thank you for coming out to defend the rights of men and women, one of them lying before us today. Maybe the government should come out clear and speak to us. And speak to us in a way that we may understand what really happened to Albert. Because there's truth somewhere. Somebody somewhere knows exactly what happened and who did what. We want to hear that clearly stated. We want to know. Right now the matter is in court. Will it be like the stories we have heard? Will it be like the stories I've had?
The air was thick with sorrow as family, friends, human rights activists, and even former Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi gathered to honor Albert.
Say, never again. We cannot continue losing lives in such a harrowing way. This story has touched very, very many people in this country and indeed across the world. A vibrant, healthy young man, intelligent, losing his life in the manner that Albert did. And then all we hear are stories. We must say, never again. Baba Albert, Mama, Amjane, poleni sana.
The memorial service wasn't just a goodbye. It was a cry for accountability, a reflection of a nation fed up with systemic violence.
Pale ambapo kijana yetu ambaye alikuwa amefungwa pale, alikuwa amepelekwa ile the same police station, nilikuwa nimepelekwa pale na the same room ambayo alisema, I think that is where I was sleeping. So mimi nikasema lazima nikuje hapa pia nilete pole. But I want to assure the family that kwamba we are behind you and the whole Kenya is behind you. And we are behind Albert and we are praying for you and trust and I want to also to tell as even as I go to sit down ya kwamba yale vijana walipenda Albert sana. And that's why mliona walitoka ili ya kwamba kusimama na yeye.
Eucabeth, Albert's mother, stood before the crowd, her voice trembling. Usilale Albert, she wept, meaning don't sleep.
Albert kikinindi kama intiano. Mano kene gimakwai.
Usilale.
Albert nyathina kikinindi.
Usilale Albert.
Kikinindi nyathina. Nyathina ne poko maki. Kato di chieng' achiel ne nyathino gore kata gi ng'ato.
Hajai pigana na mtu hata siku moja Albert.
Her only child, taken after a brutal arrest, left her world shattered.
Hakuchuna hata ugali.
Baba na nomako manalot ka nyathino chakula chama lot polisi ochopo.
Wakati alitaka kwanza kukula, polisi wakafika.
Polisi ngochopo tanino ka nyathino chakotetemeka tapenye ni Albert. Eti mango nyathina.
Walipofika Albert alianza kutetemeka. Mama yake akamuuliza, Albert, umefanya nini mtoto wangu?
Nyathina nokwera ni mama anonge gimatimo, mama onge gimatimo.
Beside her, Nevnina Onyango, Albert's wife and mother to their 3-year-old son, delivered a tribute that left no eye dry. She spoke of love, loss, and a future stolen.
I don't even know what to say. I lack words, but Albert has been my everything. When we last talked, when he was in Central Police Station, I think I'm the last person he talked to. And his last words were, "I love you, see you soon." So seeing him soon here or even in the mortuary it really broke me. But he has always told me to be courageous. So I just want to stand strong for the sake of our son, the mom, the dad, and even other people that are not here, because most of them looked up to him. So I want these people to look up to me. So I don't want to be weak. I want to be strong. And Albert, I love you so much. I don't know if he's hearing, but I want him to know that he means so much to me.
The scene was gut-wrenching as the hearse carrying Albert's body arrived. Cries echoed through the church. This wasn't just a funeral. It was a symbol of Kenya's pain, a nation reeling from yet another death in police custody.
Ya kwamba damu hiyo ya Albert ambayo imemwagika bila hatia, walio na uwezo kuona kwamba wanachukua damu ya maisha ya wenzi wao na kumwaga damu ili wabakie katika hali yao na kuficha uovu wao, basi wajue kwamba watabaki na heshima, watabaki na utajiri na sifa za aina yote, lakini hawatakuwa na amani katika maisha yao. Sababu Kain, Mungu alitamka ya kwamba damu ya Abel inamlilia.
Albert's death has reignited outrage against police brutality under President William Ruto's leadership. Social media is ablaze with calls for justice, with many pointing fingers at a government they accuse of failing to protect its citizens. But amidst the grief, Kenyans showed their heart. In an outpouring of solidarity, Kenyans raised a staggering 5.06 million Kenyan shillings to give Albert a dignified send-off.
Of our brother, it has been said or shared on various media channels that the family received, Mzee there received Kenya shillings 10 million. I have been asked to set the record straight, and I'm doing so on the pulpit. I know the consequences of lying. I am not lying. The family indeed did not receive 10 million shillings. The family wish to confirm that yes, they received 2 million shillings from the head of state, 1 million shillings from Honorable Raila Odinga, and 2 million shillings from Kenyans generally, who gave them in the form of 1 shilling, 10 shillings, 100 shillings, 1,000 shillings, totaling 5,060,000. That is what the family received, and they appreciate each and every individual for standing with them. But I repeat, it is not true, as has been shared severally on various media channels, that the family received 10 million shillings from one individual. Asanteni sana.
Comedian Eric Omondi's Sisi kwa Sisi initiative saw M-Pesa accounts flood with contributions, hitting transaction limits within hours. The funeral, estimated at 4.5 million Kenyan shillings, was set to host 3,000 attendees with transport, security, and refreshments.
I want to single out 2 other people who came in handy. This lady with a heart of gold, she's called Anifa. On that day 1, she came and she realized that we needed to begin raising of funds. And immediately he helped us to set up a pay bill. Anifa, wherever she is, may God bless her. The following day, we had another wonderful guy. He's called Eric Omondi, who went out of his way and appealed to the Kenyan public, and we saw support. May God bless you wherever you are. Maybe just next time, if you come to me privately, I will advise you that in the next situation like this, you two must find a way of working together because we are one Kenya.
President Ruto donated 2 million Kenyan shillings delivered through Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga to Albert's grandson's account. Raila Odinga pledged 1 million Kenyan shillings. Ordinary Kenyans, through sheer unity, contributed 2.06 million Kenyan shillings. But not all was well. In a cruel twist, fraudsters stole 500,000 Kenyan shillings of the donations, along with 17,000 Kenyan shillings of Albert's father Maisha Kopio's personal savings, likely through a SIM swap. The family issued an official pay bill 4699944, Albert Omondi Ojwang Fund, to curb further scams. Yet this betrayal deepened their pain. Controversy erupted when Meshach accepted Ruto's 2 million Kenyan shillings. Social media branded it blood money, accusing the government of complicity in Albert's death. The family defended their choice, saying accepting condolences is part of their culture, not politics. But the debate rages on. Albert Ojwang's burial is set for July 4th, 2025 in Homa Bay County. But his story doesn't end there. His death has galvanized a movement, with Kenyans demanding an end to police brutality. From the streets to social media, the cry is clear: justice for Albert Ojwang.
To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice.
As Kenya mourns, Albert's memory lives on, a reminder of the cost of injustice and the power of unity. Will his death spark change, or will it be another tragedy in a long line of pain? Share your thoughts below. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabi Jr.